The Celtics control the opening tip, and we're underway in downtown Boston. Oh, it took a little longer than Celtics fans would have liked, but, Jay, they re-signed Marcus Smart. You look at what he brings. He's a modern-day defender with some throwback qualities as well.
He reminds me a lot of Dennis Johnson that used to play for those late Celtic teams. He's the guy that will get in your face, will pick you up full court. Even if you switch off and he's guarding a 4, he'll battle behind the 4, push him off the block. There's no doubt about it. The DNA of this team starts with Marcus Smart and also Marcus Morris. These are the 2 toughest players on the Celtics organization.
Boston with 4 to shoot. Runner's good there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
It's Steph Curry with the rock to Durant. Green, knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, he got...
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Jay, fun fact for you. Of the charter franchises in the NBA, go back to that first season, 46-47. The Knicks and the Celtics, only 2 teams that never relocated.
Wow, that's impressive. Can I add another one? How about this? In 2008, when the Celtics won their championship, they needed 26 games to win their 17th title. By a twist of fate. Ready for this one? Coach Doc Rivers, head coach of the Celtics, played for the 93-94 New York Knicks team, which held the previous record in the playoff games before with 25 wins.
Go New York, go New York, go. Has a look. And the rebound comes down to Jones. To Curry. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Trying to cash in, can't connect.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Irving. For 3. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game.
That's me. I got ball.
Can't connect from in close. Durant across the timeline. Leads 1. Knocked loose. Whoa! What a finish!
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Offensive board. Another follow. Still no good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the rebound taken in by Jones. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Yes, Klay Thompson. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Green. Durant. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Irving into the front court. They trail by 1. Fires the 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Damian Jones at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Jay, it's amazing what can happen season to season. Celtics last year, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. They go to the 7th game in the East Finals. Now, they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Don't forget, Marcus Smart was in and out last year. This team won 55 games after losing one of their star players in the opening game of the season. Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs. Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league, but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team is locked and loaded, and they're the favorite to win the East.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Rocking the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 2, Jordan Bell. Entering the game.
Livingston to Green. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Jordan Bell with the dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Livingston across the timeline. Lead is 2. Knocked loose. Tatum shot misses. Livingston to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Bell to Shaun Livingston. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Livingston across the timeline. Up by 3. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Terry Rozier. It remains Warrior basketball. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Hayward. Missed it. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Warriors basketball. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Tatum. His first effort off the mark. Another shot won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Fires the three. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Livingston to bring it up. Down a point. Bell to Green. Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team up by one. It's a big finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. From the painted area, won't go down. To Shaun Livingston. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Jay, Celtics last year, they make the 7th game in the East Finals without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens now, it's a good challenge to have. He has a lot of players to incorporate.
And it's a great challenge for a genius coach like Brad Stevens. The biggest issue for the Celtics is that they cannot believe the hype, Ed. I've been a guy that stated I think they're going to win the whole thing next year, but they can't drink the Kool-Aid from the media. And I will say this, when you have guys on your team like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, I think they will push the younger guys to really help them exceed expectations. That's going to be key.
Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Kyrie Irving has got 2 shots coming. A career 87% from the line. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. It's Cook with the basketball. Up by 6. Knocked loose. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
From long range. Now that's a contest. Knocked loose. Going the other way. Cook to bring it into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Green. That's out. Last touch by Draymond Green. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics.
Celtics have it. Deep left corner. Irving. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Durant across the timeline. Leads 4. Curry. Steph Curry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
And Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Great looking vision and a nice finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And the finish, slam dunk.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
3 titles in 4 years, new arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand often.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds. Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Time to shuffle things up.
15, Damian Jones.
Irving. That one's going to be out of bounds. Durant, knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Boston with the basketball. Irving. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The assist from number 35, Kevin Durant.
To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Knocked loose. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Could not throw it down. Durant with the basketball up top. Leads 3. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D. Curry to Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Here's Irving into the front court. 5-point game.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
4-3. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Celtics have it. Has a chance. And the Warriors have the rebound. Curry with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Count the basket inside.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Durant across the timeline. It's an 8-point lead. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's now 4 for 6.
You see the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Good shot, money. Good shot, money.
Celtics come away with it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. And that's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
The Warriors entered halftime with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Day-Day tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
It's Steph at the controls. Knocked loose. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Celtics have it. Get the cameras out.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. For three, not going down here. Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense to Green. Irving lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Fires the three. Can't get to that. And a putback slam.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Gets it in the left corner. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. It stays with Golden State. Thompson. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Marcus Smart. Shot clock winding down. 24-second violation. Stephen Curry with a look. Oh, straight down the middle for two.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. And Boston has the rebound. To Irving. Shot from the lane won't go. Curry to bring it up. It's a 9-point lead. Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Just a little defensive breakdown right there. And an open Klay means 2 points every time.
To Marcus Smart. Irving. Fires the three. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Here's Curry with it up top. It's an 11-point game. To Thompson. Has a chance. Shot by Thompson, no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Jay, for one, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but believe it or not, outside of Toronto, Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. Philadelphia wasn't able to land LeBron. LeBron James leaves Cleveland. He goes out to L.A. And Toronto, almost in a Hail Mary trade, ends up getting Kawhi Leonard. And who really knows if he wants to play there and be there emotionally for 1 year? There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Iguodala to bring it up. The lead stands at 9. Knocked loose. Oh, blocked by Green.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Celtics come away with it. Rejected by Durant.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Livingston to Green. Shot from in close, no good.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Knocked loose. Durant. To Thompson. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Entering the game for
Livingston. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
It's Golden State basketball. Livingston knocked loose. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guy's down 11. Kyrie Irving, 4 out of 7.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Irving with the basketball. Trailing by 11. To Hayward. From long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To Thompson. Knocked loose. With the interception.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Irving. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Brown shot off iron. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the three.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's
the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth and final quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ball.
To Marcus Smart. From the painted area, won't go down. It's Cook with the basketball. Leads 5. Celtics come away with it. No good. Cook shot won't go. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Draymond Green. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Iguodala to bring it up. Up 5. To Curry. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Tatum. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Has a look. That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Knocked loose. Curry. Here's a chance from long range, and Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Celtics come away with it. Rises for the slam.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had on opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. Iguodala to bring it up. Leads a bucket. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Trying to cash in. Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Green. Ah, the monster stuff.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And Draymond Green throws it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Livingston to Thompson. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. They've got it now. Hayward. Beyond the arc for three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Thompson. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
To Marcus Smart. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Oh, nice swat.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Curry into the front court. The lead is 2. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Warrior basketball. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 23.
Thompson. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. Curry with the ball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Curry with the basketball. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Has a chance. Hayward unable to connect. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Durant across the timeline. His group now down 2. Knocked loose. Has a look. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Possession lies with Golden State. Thompson and breaks it up.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you could do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Livingston across the timeline. His guys trail now by 4. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. They've got it in the open floor. Hayward. Oh, emphatic slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Curry into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between 2 players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Livingston to bring it up. His guys trail by 10. And Steph, he can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3.
Oh, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Thompson. To Curry. Knocked loose. It's theirs now. Shot from the lane won't go. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down by 9. Ball's controlled by Boston. Off the iron. It came out. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. It stays with Golden State. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Curry. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
2 for 2 on that trip. They'll let one fly from half court. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. When you're able to get steals like they did here today, it greatly improves your chances of winning. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors finished on the losing end of a close score. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.